Hello
Okay.
and welcome to another episode of the 91 Podcast, the show where we dig deep into people's passions with the hope to inspire, encourage, and motivate you. On today's episode, we have a man who wears many hats. He's the CEO of Serendipity Home Care Services. He's an actor sometimes, and he's an all-time hustler. And he's none other than Chief Kenneth Nwaefulu. Welcome, Kenneth. I'm happy to have you in the studio today.
Thank you very much, Igbo. I've been looking forward to joining you on this podcast for a while now. I know, well, finally I'm here. So let's get it on.
Oh, it's amazing to have you here. So, Kenneth, my first question is, what do you do? It's hard to really summarize what you do because I know you're in different fields, in different things. You own a care home.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you're in acting sometimes. So
Yeah,
let
part-time.
me let you speak for yourself. What do you do?
Ugo, you and I know very well where we're from. Like being a Nigerian means that you have to really go out there and do multiple things,
Yes.
because you are not necessarily defined by one thing. You just have to be like, I can do this, I can do that. So about the acting thing is something I can say started from my nursery school days. Yeah, my mom told me about me performing on the stage and stuff like that.
Wow.
So when I went to primary school, I never really had the opportunity because it was like, not really doing that. Well, my secondary school days was when I really embraced it. I had poetry recitations, performance stages. People were like, taking us out for shows and stuff. So I built that thing from that particular time in my life. And then other opportunities came when I was in Lagos with Emeka Ike. I was his PA for a while. So the whole drama of Emeka Ike and his wife,
Yeah.
I have a lot to talk about that, but that's a
Are
different
you
thing
are
entirely.
you willing to spill anything?
Well, not necessarily spilling, but to set some of the records straight because I was there before he got married to Emma. You understand? She was his then girlfriend, so it was like, it's a long story, but I'm
But
not
is
going to
it true
discuss.
that, because the way public opinion is,
Yeah.
some people think, he's maybe an abuser, he's a horrible person, he has a nasty personality. And then other people are saying, oh, the wife is the bad one. She's come out and said so much about him. So can you say he's a nice person, or you think, what kind of person is he?
I played the fifth.
Not even a tiny bit. Just tell us, is he a bad person? No, is he?
I played the fifth. It's between them as
Okay.
couples to sort themselves out, but we can talk about other stuff, but for now, let's just leave that to rest. I
Yeah.
mean, they've got their kids. It's just putting themselves out there in the public for people to have different opinions. It's not something I want to get myself involved. They have kids. So the kids will be seeing their parents going at each other, and that's not healthy.
It's not the best thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So let's get back to you.
Yes.
So you said acting was something you started when you were
Yeah,
younger.
yeah. My mom told me about my experience. She told me while I was still a little one, and then I had this performance, and parents were applauding me. And then I started embracing acting while I was in secondary school, doing a lot of stage performances and stuff like that. And then the uni, I did some acting stuff, And then after uni, I had an opportunity to do was a series. I can't remember the title of that series that was, but it was on African Magic for a while.
Okay.
So and then people got to like know, okay, why don't you just take this up and just push it? But I went into production, more of like production manager,
Behind the scenes stuff,
behind the scenes
yeah.
stuff, and did one or two production. Then I met Emeka Ike along the line, like I mentioned earlier on. I was his PA, and then I was like the Derrico part 2. I co-wrote that script.
Wow.
I would say basically I wrote the script, but then
Wow.
I got no credit for it.
Wow.
Then his friend came in. I just like took over the whole thing, and then when this movie came out, I didn't see my name.
So you never went back to even say, why didn't I get credit for the script I wrote?
Well, you know how they are. He's just like you're under me.
Did you at least
kind of
get paid
thing.
for the script you wrote?
Please,
You didn't get paid for your script, and you didn't get any credit.
I'm begging you.
And you
I
didn't-
was the PA. The PA.
Wow.
the PA. You know what it's like then. So
Wow.
yeah, the industry is dog eat dog. They just use you and then
Dump you.
dump you. So, but now I think it's more refined. They have a lot of things in place to like structure everything, and then you just don't use anyone. And I don't know. I assume that
No, I
now
think
it should be better.
people still get used.
Yeah, but it's sad,
It is very
you know,
sad.
because I lost the niche for writing after that period. Like it was like the muse just like left me, and I was like, no, that's it.
And you had no power to even do anything about
No,
it. Because
no.
even if you said anything, no one is going to
His
believe you
his face is out there. I'm just the guy behind him.
doing the dirty work.
You understand? So it's just him. They know him. They don't know me. You know. But even at that, and I had a few appearances on AIT when I was doing when we're doing our time on AIT, where we go to talk about stuff like that. Then back in the UK, I was production manager for Ajoke. Yeah, she did. Was it Ajoke? I just said sorry, ROSA, and one of can't remember the title. Sorry, it's just me doing what I do. You understand? Then I've been around other sets, watching people do their stuff and contributing my own, quota, just to support, because the passion I have for the industry, it's not just me being a face or me doing production, it's me making sure that they get it right. Because sometimes you see the script and the actors and everything is just like, no, I'm not part of this. I'm not going to be part of this. But it happens. You
It
understand? So,
does.
and then hopefully I'm looking forward to doing something with 91 Production, because I mean, I follow you, I consume whatever product you put out there, I see what you're doing, and I've always rooted for you guys, and I know that definitely come very soon. Hollywood will hear your name.
Amen to that. So I want to know a bit about the other things you do. First of all, when did you come to the UK and when did your hustle start?
The hustle is something that we Nigerians are naturally drawn to. Like being in Nigeria, you have to survive. You know, the polity back home is not really healthy for anyone to like thrive, irrespective of your or musical experiences or what's it called, whatever thing you have there, because the society is such in a way that if you don't know somebody, you don't get something.
Yes.
You understand? And even when you know somebody, there's still this exploitation thing we talked about. Like women paying, just to get ahead, and people being used. So that is one thing like I refuse to let a person or thing to define me. You understand? I remember back then my friends used to call me backdoor. That's the moniker they just gave me. Like with Ken, there's always a backdoor. Like you can't just say this is it. Ken will say no, there's a way. So when I try this thing and I see that some big dog is trying to like stampede and just let me know that look, you're not getting this, I try other things. So I didn't know what I was doing then, that I was actually preparing myself for the hustle in the UK. So when I migrated in 2012, I dabbled into other stuff, and then after a while, it dawned on me that, listen, this is an organized society. You have opportunities. You can actually exploit those opportunities,
Yeah.
And then I started researching.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt. The back end of our YouTube shows that 96% of you who frequently watch our channel haven't yet subscribed. Guys, please subscribe. It means a lot to us. It shows us that you really enjoy what we're doing, and it motivates us to even try and do better. So please subscribe, and we promise to do our bit by bringing you good content that will not just inspire you, but encourage and educate you. Please subscribe, and we'll keep doing what we do and try to even do it better for you. Thanks. Please go back to watching.
So coming to the UK, I realized something, that this society here, UK, is all about money. The people here, it's all about money, how to get money, and how do I go about it?
Why? Why do you say that?
Good. Money is their religion. If you look critically at the society, you see that it's all about money, 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 money. I mean, look at their history. During the time of their, what's it called, exploit, going to Africa and America, conquering people, bringing things back to the UK, and now all they do is to impoverish other countries to make themselves look good as the big guys that will help you. So now the best brains are fleeing our continent. They are
The doctors,
everyone wants to come to the UK
yes,
or
or
other Western
Canada.
countries
Yeah.
just to see how they can make a living.
Mm.
Yeah. So when you come to these places, you don't come like when they come to Nigeria, rather these people UK, you see the expatriates. They have mopo, they have hillocks, they have cars,
They
they
have
have
people carrying their
houses, they give them
handbags.
houses and everything.
Yeah.
It's not the same with us.
Mm.
When we come to the UK, you have to start from
The
ground
bottom.
zero.
You have to start from cleaning toilets.
You understand? And they make you look like you have no choice.
Mm.
So how long do you want to clean the toilets? How long do you want to do the dishes? How long do you want to be a carer?
Mm.
Yeah? So when you are a carer in this country, the people are looking at you like you just have to be there and just do just get paid and do your stuff. Then because of how we were raised back home, I'm just being that Igbo guy. You understand? Apologies to non-Igbos. The Igbo man's mindset is quite unique.
How?
We don't settle for less. We can start small, but we always aspire
For more.
for more. We want to do better.
Yeah.
We want to get things done. We want to say, I did this. You understand? And that is the drive that will push you forward to start asking the right questions. Where do I go from here? What's the next chapter? What do I do to make provisions? And because of the communal lifestyle, the communal living we have back home, it's not just for me, myself, and I. It's if I can do something to make a difference, then I have to look back home and help a sibling or a friend and then bring them over and say, let's do this together. So we lift other people. You understand? So that alone, it's a motivator. It motivates you. It makes you want to work harder, but also smartly. You know what to do and what not to do. You understand? And that brings me to me saying, okay, I don't want to be doing this thing for too long. I want to have my own business. I want to create job opportunities for other people. I want to have a bit of stability. I need to do something right. But then the idea is beautiful. What comes next is the how, the why, and the when.
Speaking of your own business, that leads me to asking, tell me a bit about your home care services, Serendipity Home Care.
Yeah.
That's a business you started recently.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Tell me a
So
bit
prior
about
to
it.
me having Serendipity, I had Aridia Limited. It was like a recruitment agency stuff. I was using that as like a pilot just to see how I can understand the business.
Yeah.
Then from there, you have to be registered. You have to have CQC, which is the Care Quality Commission approval for you to be a provider, a care provider. So that is a different thing entirely. You have to do some courses and then sit for an interview, and then if you're lucky, you get.
And you went through all of that.
I went through that. It's just.
How long did the process take?
It depends on the individual. You understand? It depends how quick you can grasp knowledge and how prepared you are. So when you go through that stage, then there'll be you're seen as a registered manager or registered provider. And then the tax man is just behind you, smiling, waiting for you, say, gotcha. You know. So when the money comes in, the tax man comes and say, hello. That money is not for you, it's for all of us. So I'll take my own and give you your own. You know, and then there's nothing left. And you have to strive, everything, throw in everything. And it's frustrating.
But what made you go into this? What made you decide to start running a company?
Because I want to make a difference. I want to do something that I will look back and say, I tried. I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to remain in one particular place. I want to believe that I can make a difference. I can do something. I can try. So me doing that, it's the reason why I say, okay, since I've had experience in this industry for a while, let me, you know, come in as one who wants to be a provider. And then those things I saw that I didn't like while I was at the front line, I'm going to like change and improve on those stuff. So when my workers or carers are, providing care for someone, I'm letting them know that, listen, this is okay. That is not. You understand? Because I've been there.
You mean you've done the care work before?
I've done it. I've been there, the frontline staff.
Oh, what was it like when you?
It's horrible. Why? Because sometimes these service users, they can lose it.
What do you mean?
Okay. Let's take, for instance, you're working with a mental patient. They have all the diagnoses, they have everything they say about his care plan is telling you X, Y, this, that, and you're doing just everything you've been asked to do because you're working with the care plan. There are procedures, there are policies that will guide you. But this one, they can just wake up one morning and they're in a very different mood from what is written there on the book. And you're approaching them, and the next thing they are wiping you with one chair or hitting you hard.
Physically
and
abusing you.
This is just you experiencing it firsthand.
So you've been physically abused on the job?
Of course, multiple times. What do? You incident it. You just write, oh, so the person XY slapped me, spat on me.
You've been slapped and spat on?
Of course.
By people you're taking care of?
Of course. It is what it is.
Because I've seen things online about care workers, Nigerian care workers being arrested in the UK for abusing patients. But then people sort of forget that the patients do abuse Nigerian care workers here in the UK.
See, the problem is this. They have mental issues. You, as a carer, you have none of those things that they are suffering from.
Yeah.
You understand? So your duty is to provide care for them. You understand? And holistically, that care has to be person-centered.
Based on what the person is going through. Yeah.
That's it. So you should expect these things.
What was your worst experience doing care job?
My worst experience, I would say, is I left the shift after a long a 12-hour shift, and it was time for me to leave. And then all of a sudden the manager said, oh, sorry, you can't leave. The carer that's coming to relieve you just called in sick.
After 12 hours?
After 12 hours.
Of working?
Just like I said, can you just call another agency to send somebody here? Oh, we've been calling, there's no one. And now you say to yourself, I'm tired. I've actually done a long shift. How am I going to be able
to function during the whole shift?
Through the night? And then they'll be like, please just manage. And you're like,
but don't they know you cannot function?
They say, well, if we get someone else, we will replace.
And are they going to pay you extra for doing this?
They're not paying you extra. They'll definitely pay for the hours you're working. Yeah. So it's not like they're.
But there's no incentive actually.
None of that.
For working without.
None of that. And then what happened? The weather was so bad that even the next morning I couldn't go home because there was bad weather out there, and then people are like, "Oh, you just can't hold on. Running late, I can't come." I did a 24-hour shift.
You worked for 24 hours.
That's what it seemed. That's exactly. At night, I had to sleep in between because it was not a waking night. It was a night shift. So when they went to bed, I went to sleep, and I woke up, and then I continued pending when the other person comes. But The weather was so bad that I
Nobody
think
came.
nobody came. Then after, um, was it? I can't remember, but it's just one of the experiences, And then I mean, I had all that stuff that I don't want to talk about because by the end of the day, these people, they are they are humans.
Hi, guys. As you know, this podcast is brought to you for free, even though it does cost us some money to try and put it together. So if you'd like to support us, please click and send us a super sticker. Any amount would be appreciated. Or you could email us at 91productionsltd@gmail.com if you'd like to sponsor and work with our business to bring even more content. Please, please do support us, and we promise that we will bring you even better content of greater quality that will inspire, educate, and motivate you. Thank you for watching once again. We really appreciate all your support. You know, you've made a very huge shift from working in care in the front line to owning your own care home. How does that make you feel?
To be honest, it's just the same person, the same desire to do better. Because even while I was working at the front line, I always want to see how best I can change the things that I didn't like to improve, which is difficult because you have people that are above you. So your ideas and suggestions is above your pay grade.
Wow.
So it just stays with you. You understand? Because the manager, by the end of the day, is the one that has to kind of say, this is how we're gonna do it. This is what I think we should do.
So what were some of the things you didn't like in, the care system that you wanted to improve?
Yeah, I'll give you an instance. There's this service user that loves Michael Jackson. He loves Michael Jackson. So they gave him a stereo in his room where he has to play the radio, just hoping and praying for Michael Jackson's song to just come.
Wow.
So, personally, I think they should make provision.
Just give him Michael Jackson.
Just give him Michael Jackson. It helps him. I'll give you a case study. One day they took him out, and then he got out the taxi and just said he's not going in. And they were like, okay, this is what you're meant to do today. We are here now. Let's go inside. And he said, no.
Why?
He's autistic. He has his reasons that might not be reasonable to you and I. And then he said he's not going anywhere. And then he tried everything and nothing could budge. Nothing. He just stood his ground there. And then the passerbys are just like, when they see this one throwing tantrum and everything, they're like, okay. So they rang the office. I was there, taking care of one of the service users. And they said, we're having problem with XY. What do we do? And the manager turned to me and said, Ken, how do we handle this thing? I know you're good with him. I said, where are you? And they told me, I said, okay, I'm coming there now. So I went there. When I saw him, he was everywhere, swearing, tantrum, and everything. Then I approached him with caution. And then when I got close enough, minding my distance because he could just
hit you.
I started singing Michael Jackson's song. I started breakdancing.
What song did you sing for him?
I was singing Billie Jean. I was just breakdancing. He just looked at me. I started laughing like, this guy, you are just rubbish. But that's how he calmed down. And then he started dancing with me. And people were just looking at two people dancing, singing and dancing along the road. And that's how I just stood there and get the cab. He's not going in. So we danced into the taxi and took him back to his room. And that's exactly how I calmed the situation that would have escalated because of Michael Jackson. Thank you, Michael Jackson. So these are the kind of things you just learn on your own.
I like how you've become passionate about the care system. Many people, they look at Nigerians in the UK, oh, you are working care jobs, you're just cleaning bombs, you're just doing this, you're just doing that, and they look down on it. But you've developed some sort of passion for the care system. Why? What does it mean to you
If you
to care
remember,
for people?
yeah, it's I talked about the communal living back home, where we have this family and families and families all coming together to do things for the common goal. So caring only comes naturally. You understand? If you love people genuinely, you care. You understand? If you don't have it there, you don't have it. Some people are doing it for the money.
Yes.
You
A
understand?
lot of people. Yeah.
A lot. But someone like me, I care a lot for people. So when I'm doing anything for someone, I'm just like, I don't want to be in that person's position. So what can I do to better that person? You walk into a care home or supported living building and you see people that breathe the same air you do, that look like you, but they're not functioning like you. So automatically, your role to better their life is the role of a PA.
And you've been a PA
And
before.
I've been a PA before.
For Emeka Ike.
For Emeka Ike. So I know that you don't think for them. You help them. Some cases you can think for them, but that does not mean they are stupid. You just have to understand that this man or this lady wants a better life. So when you go into that person's home, your sole aim is to see how best you can better
You can improve
their
help
life.
that person.
You have to impact. You have to do something to make them smile, because these ones, they don't have any reason to smile.
I think this caring thing requires a lot of servitude, because, like you've mentioned, a person sometimes, because they're not in their right, mind, they might hit you, they might spit on you, they might even swear on you, or
It's normal.
belittle you.
It's normal.
But with all of that, you still have to show love and care for people.
You have to.
I think that leads me to ask, what are the qualities you look for in people when you employ people for your care home?
Yeah, basically the ability to be calm. I always want people to be patient, because when you come into this industry, there's anything you should learn is how to be patient. You understand?
A lot of our people don't have patience.
Nigeria.
Because even our nurses back home or parents back home, they don't have patience for people. If you're doing something, just slap you.
When they come here, the first thing we tell them is that thing we do for Nigeria,
Cannot do it here.
just put it aside. This is the society that everything is done orderly. This is how it's been done here. You have to follow the policies and procedures. This is the only way you can survive in this country.
And that's why a lot of people end up getting in trouble when they take on care jobs.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the characteristics needed to be able to do those jobs well.
They should be trained.
So that's why they run into so many trouble.
They should be trained. You understand? And then when you train these ones, you let them know that this is how it's done here. Because you have to look at the cultural, cultural differences.
Yeah.
You understand? You're coming from this continent and you're working here, and then they tell you that, listen, in Nigeria, you can use cane and flog a mad person. In the
You
UK,
can shout on them. Yeah.
mad person get right.
Yes.
Mad person, they provide for the mad person to have a home. They give them clothes, food. You cook for them. You wipe their bum. So if you're not ready to do the job,
If you don't have the patience.
if you don't have that patience to do the job, please carry your hustle somewhere else, because there's a thin line between freedom and jail in this sector, health and social care. A very thin line. You can go on YouTube and see Baby P. Yeah, you've heard of that. You see what people are doing. So, and now they are so smart now, they put cameras in places.
Yes. I know someone once told me that they worked in a care home and people, they were just avoiding the cameras. So sometimes if the patient hits them, they might hit back and avoid the camera.
Well, you are not allowed to, because if, for instance, a patient with dementia, when you walk into the room, they're like, and it could be her own son, but because of the condition, he's a stranger. You understand? And she might think that he's coming to rob her, because some of these things, you have to look at the trauma of the individual, where they're coming from, if they've been abused while they were young, and then they see someone getting close and be like, they go into that to like hit. So when someone with dementia hits you,
they're not doing it because they just don't want to hit you.
Yeah, but as a Nigerian person, you slap me,
Let me hit you back.
Bass boost,
Bass.
Yeah, so that Nigeria thing just comes into play, like, no,
And defend myself.
I have to defend myself. But that's why you need to be properly trained. Someone has to explain to you
what could happen.
You understand? So you have to be patient. You just have to understand that these ones, yes, they are like you and I, but something is amiss. So you have to just be calm and work with them.
What are the other qualities you look for, apart from patience, when you're hiring people for your care home?
I look for people who know that when you are in these people's home, it's not your home. Boundaries.
When you say boundaries, you remind me of something I saw online. Some guy that was filming when he was doing a care job. He was filming the person he was taking care of.
No, you don't.
And I was just thinking, you've overstepped every boundary.
You don't do that. You don't. Because this country, one thing I love about this country is the ability to understand that you have your rights. And nobody, not even the government, will play with that. So when you go into their homes, please do what you are there for and leave.
Yes.
Because some of these carers, we've had cases of people using the credit card or debit card. When you go and buy something for these ones, you withdraw some money and put in your pocket. And then you write one receipt and say they ate this and ate that. Imagine someone who does not eat chocolate because he didn't read their care plan. You now go and buy chocolate bar and put the receipt and say he had this chocolate. Meanwhile, you ate that chocolate. And then the social worker comes and just go through the stuff and say, oh no, he reacts to this thing. What did he eat it? Did he call the ambulance? Did he do that? And he'll be like, oh, he just ate it too. And they know that, no. Especially the one with nuts. They'll be like, no, he don't eat this. You understand? But you actually use his money and paid for it and you ate it.
Why would you even do that? Why would you go and use someone else's money?
They don't understand these things. You go to a service user's home to go and cook food for the service user and you eat from the it's like you're eating their food. That's their food. It's their home. You are being paid to do a job. So cook, let him eat and forget about that. You understand? If
you go and start using their perfume, using their...
so that's, you abuse these things. So I don't need someone who's a collect. I don't need someone who goes there to start using their phones and recording people in their most vulnerable states.
Just for social media views.
And say, now here they say they hustle, though. I be BBC, British bomb cleaner. Now they are there. You don't need these things for validation because you are actually playing with people's emotions. This is someone's son, someone's father. You don't do that. Yeah, you don't. Because by the end of the day, you are there to do a job. And when you finish your shift, go home.
What are the other qualities you look for? So you mentioned patience, you talked about boundaries, knowing your boundaries, which a lot of Nigerians don't know. So what are the other?
The ability to work. You understand? Because some people just go there and they'll be on their phones. They just start speaking to their people far away and just making noise, and then the person you're looking after, the service user, wants to sleep. And you're on the phone, cha 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 cha, just
You
chatting
don't care
away.
about the person.
And then they wants to use the toilet. Hey, just go now. They're like, hello, you are here to assist. Which are they clean your nyash? They mess on my hand. Hello, that's why they're being paid. You are
That's
here.
what you signed up
That's
for.
what you signed up for. You have a contract that you do this, you do that. So why are you not doing what you're being paid to do? Some will just sit on the couch and then that's it. Before the services will go to bed, they're already snoring. And then some of these services are so smart that they will bring out their camera and take a picture of you and send to their social worker. So if you know you don't have the strength to work, please avoid. Don't even apply for the job.
What are some of the misconceptions that you don't like when it comes to care work?
Yeah, you mentioned it, how people look down on people and say, he's just a carer. Like, I did like carer, like it's all the job. Oh no, don't go. I can't do that. Listen, it's just like any other job. Everybody can be doctor, lawyer. The society needs to function. So every sector must be taken care of. There should be provisions. People should do certain jobs. You understand? So to me, it's an industry that I believe that it's not something that should be frowned upon or looked down upon, because you're actually doing something. And let's just go back in time when people say, "Oh, they are caring and stuff." You had these sisters, Reverend sisters, and then doing the same thing.
Oh, wow.
You have nurses doing the same thing before this current trend that we're seeing now, that nurse is just, this job. Nurses used to do them, sisters used to do them. That's how it all started. So now that people are like embracing it and doing it, people should be proud doing this job.
Yes.
Don't feel like you're looked down upon because you are a carer. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to care for someone. You understand?
And if you're in that position, you'd want someone to care for you too.
If you are in that, because you never know what tomorrow might bring.
Yes.
You understand? You could just someone can leave his house this morning and then boom, accident, wheelchair on, boom, someone has to come and wipe your bum. It happens. It's life. It's life. You understand? So I don't believe people should be like, oh, what do you do for a living? And you're like, just say,
So I'm doing this for now, but
I'm a carer. I'm a carer. That's what you do. That's what you sign for. Be proud. It, like we talked about me being an Igbo man. Listen, if an Igbo man is going to be selling groundnut, call him groundnut seller, as long as he's getting paid. Don't worry. They'll say, if you say make I pack shit, I go pack shit as far as say shit plenty. So if I dey make the money, make the shit dey increase. So if you call me shit packer, I go say yes, now my job.
just a few more questions.
Yeah.
Okay, when you were working frontline as a carer, not before you had the care home.
Yeah.
When you were working as a carer, what were the reactions you got from family members?
Well, everybody, I don't know about other people, but me, people know me that I'm like, I don't really care. You understand? So me doing it is just like, it's Ken. It's no more. And then I'm Pisces. So naturally, I care for people. You understand? And that's one part of me that I know will forever be there. So if I'm caring for someone and then I'm being paid for it, it's just like, okay. You understand? So people didn't even they were like, oh, it's Ken. Just forget about it. It's Ken.
So you didn't feel any kind of way, even with cleaning bomb. You
No. I was enjoying it.
In fact,
I'll tell you. No, not. I was enjoying the job.
Okay.
Now I'll tell you what. When I started this job, that when I came in there, I remember these Nigerian guys. I'm not going to mention their name. What they do, they were there before me, so they know the guys that are like, you have to clean their bomb. Before I get to work, they already share everybody. This one, Ken. This one. So I know they're always giving me. a particular person, and then when I come in there, they are downstairs, they are done with their own shit. I come back, they look at me, they just speak, they say, you know? And then you just have this thing that, so I remember what my mom told me. My mom, bless her, my mom said to me, she said, listen, where you find yourself, and then somebody's going to be like, make I use work, key this one. Enter inside that work. They go see, they smile, they do. After a while, they go say, now this same work, this guy, they smile, they do this one. So what I'm saying is this. They thought they were doing me
dirty.
But that has really shaped me.
How?
Yes, because I had to learn how to go about these things. You know, so now when I'm telling people what to do, it's like, listen, I know what it's like. You understand? So just do it. Make sure you do it well, because you wouldn't want your own self to be. How do you do your own thing when you do your own thing? Duplicate that same thing here.
Because if you're in that person's position, you would want yours done well.
You understand?
Or if, God forbid, your parents.
Yeah, and then don't see that person like ill. See it like you're actually helping someone to be clean. Take your time and just do it right for this person. And that's exactly what it's like. And I'm telling people, listen, whatever you find yourself doing, please do it with the passion that's inside of you. Because it's there. It's there. You have to just do it with that same passion.
And you know, what you're saying is really connecting with me, because recently I've been trying to read the New Testament, and Jesus really served people, you know, the point of washing people's feet. You know, Peter was like, oh no, Master, you never wash my feet. But Jesus said, I don't wash your feet, you can't, you know, be with me. So this care job, it's serving. Yeah, the same love Jesus wants us to show, we should show it to other people. We should care for people. Because one day, God forbid, you might be in that position, or your loved one might be in that position, and you won't be thinking, are they being treated the wicked way I treated other people?
Exactly.
You won't want that to come back to you.
You see, you just gave a good example of Jesus Christ. Now, the Jesus Christ of then is not what these ones are saying Christ like they are doing. These ones, they can't even carry their Bible to the altar. You see these guys dressed in suits, they just carry their Bible walking.
These days, you want people to serve you. You don't want to serve anybody. I notice it.
Yeah.
You see it, a lot of pastors.
And then they want your money too.
Yeah. Serve me, respect me.
Jesus Christ didn't demand money.
No.
He didn't. In fact, when Lucifer approached him with those three offers, power, fortune, and fame, he rejected those things.
Wow, I haven't had it broken down like that before. Power, fortune, fame.
Yeah, he did.
And that's what a lot of people these days are all chasing.
That's what they chase.
That's what a lot of us are chasing.
Every pastor
we want power,
wants to be known.
We want fortune, we want fame. That's what we're praying about every morning. Power, fortune, fame.
But that's what he rejected. It's there.
And that's what Jesus rejected.
Stone to bread. That's power to do. And then you bow down to me. I give you everything. That's fortune. And then there's one guy that fell from that peak and he didn't die. That's fame. Everybody will know that guy that fell from that height and didn't die. That's the fame.
Wow.
So Christ rejected those three things.
But we are chasing them.
It's not just you. You see, the Sadducees and the Pharisees of old, that's what they had. That's what they wanted to keep for themselves. And that capital son just came from nowhere and is trying to tell them, this is my father's house, so we don't do this thing here. That's what I do for here. Which can I play with this one? And it's like, okay. So he died. Because when they talk about, Christ died for our sins, how did he die? What led to his death? He was lied against. Why? He's from an area that is known as troublesome zone. That the Romans had to mount their base there. They had youth restiveness in the area Christ grew up. And then the bourgeois, the Sadducees and the Pharisees,
The big boss.
went to the Romans and said, this guy is saying he's king. They lied against him because he was fighting against their business.
Yes, he was affecting their
It was
power, their fortune,
affecting
their fame.
their source of income.
Yes.
Where someone will have to go and look for the spotless white dove for them to have their healing. And then this guy comes and just
Does it
for free.
Wow.
And then this guy is taking away business, even though he's not profiting from the business. And we are losing money because people are no longer coming to us. They are going to him.
Directly.
And then people are coming in this modern day and say, Christ-like. And you want the private jets. You want the this. You want the that. Hello. You are not Christ-like. You are the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Leave Christ out of it.
Wow. Yeah, it's really been amazing having this conversation with you today. And just before, as we round up, something I hadn't told you about.
Okay.
So in this segment of the podcast, I'm going to have you pick a number between 1 and 3.
Okay.
So you either pick number 1, you either pick number 2, you either pick or number 3.
Okay.
And the viewers can see on the screen what those numbers stand for.
Okay.
But you just have to pick one of them, and whatever it says, you have to do it.
Okay. Well, I always go with number 1.
Because you're number 1.
No, because I'm confident enough to just embrace whatever. Number 1.
All right. Number 1, I'm going to drop a beat and you're going to rap to it.
This record is not selling.
Are you ready?
Okay. This record is not selling.
I haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
You don't laugh at me, okay?
That's fine. Yo.
Thank you for making it this far in the video. We really appreciate you for watching. If you have an inspirational story that you'd like us to share on our podcast, please drop us an email. Our email can be found in the description below. Enjoy the rest of the video, and thank you for watching.
Yo. It's kind of hard for me to be in the mix. I'm grateful to the Lord for making me part. I'm happy to be here to do my bit. 91 production is where I'm doing my part.
Ken, what's going on now? What's going on? Continue now.
I'm continuing. Okay. No, you just those bling bling rappers like this is what it is. Oh my God. Okay, let's get it through. Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yo.
Boom, 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 boom.
Northwest London.
Boom, boom, boom.
Barnett's finest.
Boom.
KD on the microphone.
Boom, boom.
I rock this beat so hard and tight, like I do no other. This is me and my first friend. I'm flowing to the beats like I'm doing with UG. 91 production is where we at.
Yo.
We drop the beat like no other.
Yo.
We look up to the sky and beg the Lord for the greens.
A father.
Father, please. Don't buy this record.
Cut.
Don't buy this record.
Oh God, sorry.
Oh.
I wasn't meant to laugh that much.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Ken, for.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Ken, for being here today. So if you enjoyed that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can check out Ken's. Sorry, Ken. Can you tell them how to check out Serendipity?
Yeah. You can go online and then look me up at www.shcs.uk.
Yeah, it's www.shcs.uk. And also follow Ken online on his social media platforms.
Well, for now, it's just WhatsApp. You have to have my number.
That's a very bad.
I actually left all social media. It's not, sometimes it's just keep taking, it's not giving, it's consuming. So, and it can affect one's mental health.
Wow.
Just take a break from it sometime and just get yourself back. So you have to have my number to have my WhatsApp.
So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And please don't buy the song.
No, don't.
It's whack.
It's very bad. Boom, boom, boom,
Whack
boom, boom,
MC
boom,
on the
boom.
beat.
We out. We out. Bye.